Okay, then now first of all, what we need to do is we need to create a Firebase project. So open up your browser and navigate to firebase.google.com and sign in with your Gmail account. That's all you need to do. And hit this go to console, and here hit this add project. We are going to create a cloud project. So cloud function YouTube. So you can name your project whatever you want to. I'm just naming it cloud function YouTube. Yeah, that's all. That's good to go. Hit continue. And if you need to enable the Google Analytics, you can enable it so that you can monitor your performance of your API. So I'm just leaving as it is and hit continue. And choose the default account for Firebase and create the project. So in the meanwhile, while it's creating the project, open up a new tab and search for Postman. That's the software we are going to use for our API development, which is really comes handy when you're working with the API, so that you can check whether your API is running fine or not. So go ahead and download this software and install it. It's just around 150 MB, so that you can use it for your API development. Download it and install it. So our project is created now. So hit continue. And here we go. So here what we are going to do is hit the Firestore database. We need to create the database first. Okay, so now create database. So here you have two kinds of mode, production mode and test mode. Currently we are just under development only, so we can go with test mode. What's the huge difference between the test mode and production mode is? Test mode is for testing your project. It by default it enables all the permissions like read, write and everything. Okay, but the production mode, it doesn't allows the write and operations and everything. By default the security rules are just like read only, so you need to update each and every actions for the security rules. You need to write for every single tables inside your Firebase. Okay, so currently we are going with test mode. If I hit next, and here you can change the locations. So currently I'm just going to leave it as it is. You guys, you can choose your nearmost location over here, and then I'm just hit enable. So this might take a while, so sit tight and be patient until it's create a project. After that we can start writing the coding for our API. It starts setting up the security rules. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, here we go. So currently our Firestore database is nothing. If you hit the rules button, hit the rules tab, and here we go. You can see that by default it allows read and write until this particular certain time period. Every single permissions are enabled. Once the time period is it's finished, this test mode will be your database and everything will be removed. Again, you need to enable the production mode. Then you need to write all the security rules for your API. So we are going to do only for our right now test mode is enough. We have still 30 days to do that. So data, after this go to settings over here and hit the project settings. We need to create an app first. Then once we configure our Firestore database, then we need to create an app, iOS, Android, and for web. We are going to create for web. So click this option and create an app, and you can say cloud functions. Okay, so I don't need this Firebase hosting, and click this register app. This will create your app and it will provide you the configurations on all those tools. So if you're using Firebase for first time, what you need to do, you need to install this Firebase in your machine. Okay, and now I'm just need to go to continue to console. Okay, so now our Firebase project is created. Now open up your command prompt or terminal. Okay, I need to navigate to my desired location. I'm just opening my D drive, editing, YouTube, December folder, and I'm going to create a new directory, that is Let's say what we can give, Firebase Cloud Functions. So cd Firebase Cloud Functions, and here what you need to do is you need to initialize your Firebase project. So before initializing it, you need to make sure whether you are logged in with your Firebase account, which account you are using over here. So I just hit the command Firebase login. So if you are already logged in, it will show that the user is already logged in. Otherwise, it will just ask you to log in and click your account, enter your password, and log in into your Firebase account through command line interface. It's taking a while. Come on. Okay, you see, as I said, it's showing already logged in as material.galaxy@gmail.com. That's the same ID I'm using over here. Then what I need to do is I just need to run Firebase initialize init. So that will initialize your Firebase console, and you just need to hit S, Y to proceed. And here you need to choose the third option, function, configure a cloud function directory and its file. So hit space to select that option and press enter. Here we are going to use an existing project only, so hit space again and press enter. So go ahead and find your project. I think this is the project which I created now. Cloud function Vite YouTube. Yes, select that function. So now it will ask you to which way you're going to use to write a cloud function. We are going to use JavaScript, not TypeScript. Enter JavaScript. And do you want to use ESLint for testing and all those things? Yes, absolutely. Yes. And do you want to install all the dependencies? Yes, exactly. So that will download all the necessary dependencies which is used for cloud functions. That will download it, and this might take a while, so you guys sit tight. And here I'm just gonna pause my video until it gets done, and I'll get you back. Okay guys, now my project is successfully created, and let's open this project in the Visual Studio Code editor and open it. Come on, there we go. Now I don't know why my machine is too slow today. And once this project is completed, you can see that inside that directory you can see firebase.json, and inside you have this functions folder. Okay, don't rename it, just leave it as it is, because that's the folder which cloud functions use to it. So just leave it as it is. And inside this index.js, in this place only we are going to write all our APIs which we are going to create now. Okay, so let's leave it as it is. So now what we need to do is we need to install two more packages. One is Express and another one Course, CORS, Course. So let's open up the terminal, then install. Machine is too slow today. Come on. CLS, then npm install Express. So first what you need to do, we need to navigate to this functions folder, cd functions. And then you need to install npm install express. So express is nothing but it's a middleware which helps you to communicate between your client and the server. Okay, then what we need to do, okay, so that's just a warning, so no problem. After this, npm install course, CORS, course installs. So course is nothing but cross origin resource sharing platform, a resource sharing. So you can share your resource or restrict the resources from the different origin, from one origin to another. That's why we are using this course package, course npm package. Okay, so clear, done. And then let's make sure whether it's true is installed or not. Yep, so course and express, these two packages are installed successfully. Then what we need to do is we just need to open up your index.js, close this terminal right now. We don't need this, any of these command lines, delete it. So just write the following lines. What we need to do first, what we need to do is we need to create an admin. So const admin equals require Firebase, not functions, Firebase admin. Okay, after this we need to import the package for express. Const express equals require fire, or not Firebase, express, I'm sorry, express. Then we need to import the course also. Const course equals require course. After that we need to create our main app. So const, what we need to do, const app is equals express. Okay, so this will create, oops, I'm sorry, const express. So that will create the application. Okay, so once it's done, what we need to do here, only we are going to have all our roots. Okay, so we are going to create an API by using post method. Then we are going to get the fetch the data from the API by using get method, and we are going to update the data by using put method, and we are going to delete the data by using delete method. These are the methods we are going to use for our APIs to do all these actions. So now what we need to do is after this, so after not after this, like the main important thing, we need to export our API to Firebase Cloud Function, so that the every request, whatever the user, the client send, that will communicate directly to our cloud functions. So this is for exports the come on, exports the data, not exports the data, exports the API to Firebase Cloud Functions. Okay, so exports dot app is equals, because app, this is the app which we are creating, exports dot app is equals functions dot http, all the http requests whatever we are requesting on request from this app, that need to be exported to the Firebase Cloud Function. So this is the line, we need to keep it at the end. Okay, so now everything is done so far, so good. So after this, what we need to do is go back to your Firebase function, Firebase, the project which you created, and hit this users and permissions. So you need to connect your Firebase SDK with your project. Then go to your service accounts. hit the service account, and that will gives you the Firebase admin SDK so that you can connect this application with your API. So you can connect this project with your API. So here, copy this line. So we don't need this admin because we already created. Copy it and go here right after this admin, paste that line. So that will provide you service account key, which is for this particular Firebase project. So download that key. You can generate a new key, so keep that key safely. Like otherwise, if the key is not secure, then anyone who's having that key, they can access your Firebase API completely. They have their complete access to your API. So hit generate and click the generate. Okay, so that downloads a JSON file. I'm just going to pull it inside my Firebase functions folder, inside the root folder. Okay, now let me rename that file with this same name. Right click, rename it, and paste that name over there, service account. And now I need to give a location for that, / service account.key JSON. So go ahead and download that key and rename it as it is, or you can use whatever name you created and keep it over there. I'm just keeping a service account key as it is. Okay, now we had we created our admin and we created our service account key so that our SDK everything is configured with it. After this, what we need to do is you just need to do one more thing. That's what you need to do is